Welcome back. Hopefully you have your summary figured out. We're now going to use this summary to make our introduction. So the introduction of a paragraph is going to be taking the summary where we are pretending everyone's kind of dumb, and we're going to tell them about the book. So if our question is what makes a good home, we do kind of need to have what is called a hook. Hook is something that brings people in and makes them want to read. I should say continue reading. An example to Harry Potter is, what would you do if you found out you were a wizard? Or you can do a quote from the book that you find especially interesting. The best ones are possibly asking a question, making a bold statement, or quoting something from the text. So go ahead and think of your hook that either connects to the house that Lou built or essential question, which is what makes a good home. Go ahead and pause me and think of yours, as this will be the first sentence of our introduction. So like I said, the hook is one or two sentences, preferably one, that hooks the reader in. You then need to have one sentence per part of our summary. So this is our exposition sentence, where you explain who is the protagonist, what conflict are they going through, and where is it set. You then have your rising action sentence. You talk about the events leading up to the conclusion. Oh, not our conclusion, I apologize, our climax, which is next. Our climax sentence, which explains the event where there is a point of no return. We have our falling action sentence, where we talk about the events that follow or the consequences of our climax. And lastly, we have our resolution sentence, where we explain how things were tied up and how things ended. Go ahead and pause me here and start to summarize or simplify each of these major bullet points into a singular sentence. For the rising action and falling action, you may pick specific and the most important events that lead up to the climax. You do not have to include all three. In our intro, we also need what is called a thesis statement. This is where we declare our opinion to the question. This is kind of our R and A of race. You're going to restate it by saying a good home is, and then list 3 different things a good home is, and make them broad because each of our 3 body paragraphs is going to match these examples. When you finish that, you're done with your introduction. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences.